Hello guys, welcome back. It's another episode of Slime Survival. Today, look, I don't have my skin. I'm Steve. Um, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Possibly because I'm uploading a video, I think. Could be causing some internet issues. Maybe that's why it didn't load the skin, I don't know. But we really don't have to look at this for that long, so I have been a little bit busy. I still find it really hard to sit here and go AFK. I guess maybe today will be our lucky chance to sit here and go AFK. I'm afraid to go AFK for too long because I guess I can't really die of hunger. I think it only takes you down to like half a heart and it never actually kills you. So let's have a look at some of the things I've done. Alright. This... I got the building for the cobble generator started. And as you can see, it has a really big honkin' entrance there. And that part in the back is where the cobble generator is. Yeah. And I know, look at this. Look at the farm. It's completely ready to be harvested. My chickens over there, they have their... I just emptied it yesterday. That top chest is now almost completely full, and I need to transfer all of those eggs over to this. I'm seriously thinking today we might work on that. But I have some other things to show you that I can't show you from here. I have most of the things moved out of here, out of this area, except for this chest right here. That's got all my gear in it. The stuff. Oh, we need to kill these guys. They were spawning while I was you know, getting some coffee and stuff. So yes, I've had my coffee. Well, a sip or two. Come on. There we go. So we've gotten a little bit. I still want to set up a sorting system for this. Oh man, come on. That is annoying. Oh yeah. I think I might need to use this as just whenever I need experience. I just don't know that it works very well, and I'm not very patient for sitting around and whatnot. Okay, so look. I think I may have to get this going today, because it takes me several loads to do this, and I don't want to ever take more than eight stacks, because if the way I have this set up, if I ever get that ninth stack in, it sort of glitches out and it stays on, and it won't come back on until that ninth stack is emptied, which it won't do unless you manually take it out. So let me show you what I mean. I'll get 9 stacks this time, and I'll just throw them all in there at once and let it jam up. Alright, let's just see? I guess the signal is so strong that it makes it solid, or it's going so fast, because I have it in subtraction mode. It's going so fast that it's a solid stream of power instead of a pulse. But if you take that out, sometimes you have to take the 8th one out to get it going too. So I don't know how to fix that. I probably could clean this up a little and make it a little bit, I don't know, less something. Okay. So anyway, you get the picture. I have to manually load this. My only problem with setting this up is I don't, now that I did those quests for the gold, I don't have gold. So the only way I can get gold is that, or go to the Nether and go exploring and hope to get some gold. But it's no guarantee that I will find it. I'm pretty sure I used all the gold in here. Yep. Okay, well, while we're here, why don't we ask our magic 9 ball dispenser what we're gonna eat today. Pork chops. Pork chops it is. I was getting tired of the cookies. I know. It's silly. Okay, so let's go have a look over here. I really like this a lot better. Those hoppers, this is where I would mine. The hoppers pick up that cobble almost instantly. Hardly any ever actually comes to my inventory unless this very top one pops out towards me. It's very rare though. Took me a while to figure out how to place the lava and the water to get it up, to get it inverted, because I had it in the floor and now this is up top. I had to redo it because the way I had it, or at the initial setup, I was making stone, which wasn't a problem, but then when I put the pistons on it, it didn't really work right. I put a switch on the timer. Let me see. If I put a block there, can I get up? Yeah. I put a switch on the timer. The way I originally had it, I didn't have any room up here, and I just placed the torch down next to a piece of redstone wire here quickly to get it to go, but I didn't like that because when I was building the wall back there, when I was tearing it out to put this fence in, I accidentally popped that repeater over there and it broke it, so then it would no longer work, and when I finish this wall there's really no place to do it, so put in like just a block here and a torch here so that you can see the signal sort of goes around like this. All those repeaters are set to 4 to get the maximum delay. That way it gives it time for the lava to hit the water and turn it into cobble. Instead of over there, the pistons were always going as fast as they could, so that whenever you hit the first cobble, it would break and then the piston would immediately push it down. Now this is more like they all come down at once. So, see? Oh yeah, duh. It's not on. Now, I might be able to take like a tick off of a repeater. Like say if let's turn this off. if I take this one and put it to 3, it's pretty, this is a little bit more sensitive than the other one, where the other one would just work because all of the pistons would work independently. Does that make sense? Now this one, they work all at once. So if I get it going too fast, some of them will jam up and they won't extend. So yeah, that's a little bit faster. We could probably maybe even put that first repeater to 1, because that seems to be okay. I played around with a lot of different. I had a hopper clock, but the timer that I needed was so short that it wasn't worth doing the clock like that. I had the 2 hoppers and, you know, the Etho hopper clock thingy. I wound up only having like 4 cobble in there, so the signal was so short. I figured, well, you know, I could put 4 repeaters in there for that. Oh, see? So see how some of them are getting jammed? That we're gonna have to back that up. Let's just turn that off and let's try 2. There's a little bit of adjustment to it because there's a slight pause. Let's let it finish. Okay, it looks like that's about as fast as we can get it. Yeah, that's awesome. Alright, I put in a ton of chests. I plan on possibly getting some item frames. Oh, hey, to show what's in what chests. You know, like I have stone over here. Well, I had tons of stone over here yesterday, but oh, I remember what else I need to pick up too. This cactus green. And I'll show you why for that. Got some charcoal here. Another thing I might need to work on is an actual charcoal farm. And I thought maybe instead of me manually taking wood over to the charcoal farm, I could just build it nearby, but then just have a chest where if I have excess wood of a certain type, I can just throw it in that chest and have a storage minecart come pick up the wood and deliver it to an automatic little furnace system that will drop it in a chest that feeds into some furnaces that are already loaded with charcoal. And we can even have like I don't know, a storage cart that will pick up the charcoal and reload the furnaces, and maybe one that once the signal in the chest gets strong enough that it's holding the charcoal, like once all of the furnaces are filled, the charcoal will start backing up in the chest, and then once it gets a certain signal strength, we can have another hopper cart or storage cart come pick that up and deliver it to my building over here. I haven't figured out what my cobble gym, my blacksmith building. I don't know. I guess it's not really a blacksmith. But check this out. This is my first attempt at a piston door. I figured I really wanted piston doors for the gates, but at the time I didn't have enough redstone to do it. And I completely understand why, because it took a lot. It took a lot of redstone for that. 8 pistons. Let me just show you. Where did I get down? Was it here? No, it was here. No, it wasn't. It must have been under there. Anyway, yeah. We'll just make this our getaway right here. Okay, this is the signals from the pressure plates. I probably could have just stuck with one, but what if I'm in a hurry and I can't step on that particular block? That way there's 3 there. If I hit it, good. This is the signal from this set of pressure plates on the outside, and the signal from the set of pressure plates on the inside. And those come to this gate. I believe this is like an OR gate. Okay, so because when either one of these turn on, it will trigger this. If both of them were on, then it'll still work. I don't know how I'm going to stand on both pressure plates at the same time, but if I did have somebody come on, it would work. If I had like my husband load in and he stood on one set of pressure plates and I stood on the other, it would still open up. So yeah, so when somebody stands on that, the signal gets inverted, this torch comes on, this redstone comes on, this torch turns off, which allows the pistons to retract because they're already, as you can see, extended. And it was a bit of a challenge trying to get the signal to go up, and because if you see, I just have the signal coming over to like this piston on the side, and then on this side it comes up and then over, and it was a bit of a challenge to get it to come up and hit this piston in just the right manner to, well, this piston, to make it retract, and then carry the signal up and do the same for that. But once I'd completely forgotten that I was going to have 2 sets of pressure plates, so I hooked it up to just work for this one. And before I actually got all of them wired up, I was like, wait a minute, I need 2 sets of pressure plates here, not just one. And so I tried putting repeaters on both sides, and I was like, no, that's not gonna work. That's just gonna leave the signal on, because anytime I stepped on the pressure plates, it wouldn't do anything because the other side was still on. Does that make sense? It was still on like it is here. So even though these pistons would go off, these were still on. I mean, not pistons. You know what I'm talking about. These little redstone repeaters. Oh, and while I was looking on the Minecraft website, because they have some really good information about logic circuits and stuff there. I could have just watched a video and found this, and it probably could have been a lot easier and more compact, but it was fun trying to figure all of this stuff out. And I did it myself, so I was proud of myself. But they have tons of logic circuits on there, and they even have information like before there were repeaters, you would have to basically make a repeater yourself. And I'll show you. This is pretty cool. Let's grab some redstone, and I don't have any torches made up, but we can do that. Let's just make 4 or 8, whatever. I'm sure we'll use them. I got some more trades done yesterday, and I have a couple stacks of redstone, and yeah. I'm gonna need some solid blocks. And I don't have any here. Actually, I do. Let's just make some. We'll get some. Okay. I'm in desperate need of using that cobble gen because I just cleaned myself out yesterday working on something else. But this is so cool. I have to show you. I have to show you this. This is awesome. Okay. Way back when Minecraft first came out, if you do redstone at all, you know that the signal will only go so far. So I think I have a lever, yes. So we'll just make this our starting block, and this will carry our signal. Okay, well that stinks. Let's make another row. Let's make another row so that I can show you. Oh. Okay, that should be enough room. Alright, so as you can see, our signal runs out here. That should be the 16th block, or 15th. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it'll only go 15 spots. And if you actually count this as a redstone signal, it's 16, because in programming you would count the beginning as well. So, but we'll just say that's 15. So there used to not be repeaters. So what you would have to do here is like take a block. Let's get this out of the way. Put a torch on it. See how that then toggles this, basically. Then place another block with another redstone and another redstone torch, and that basically carries the signal and extends it. And that is how the repeater was born. If you watch, when I turn this off, that signal goes off, this one comes on, that signal goes off, this one comes on. So, yeah, that is how the repeater was born. And that is why it takes 2 redstone torches and a redstone and 3 stone, because I guess you can count either one of those blocks or that one. And that's how the redstone repeater was born, and that's pretty awesome. So then, instead of it taking 3 blocks to continue the signal, you have just it on 1. It's pretty interesting. The redstone is you can do some really amazing things with it, and I like it. It's both super complicated and super simple at the same time, depending on, you know, how you want it. You can make it simple or you can make it complicated. Both will do. Like you can get it to do a basic circuit, you know, just power something shortly and then turn it off manually with a lever or a button. Or you can do crazy logic things and make it really super complicated. Like those OR gates, those are pretty simple, but there are some logic gates that get really complicated, where you can have multiple inputs and it will send a signal out depending on the result of those inputs, and I think that's pretty cool. I like you know, electronics and such. It's just kind of cool to see it in a virtual game, doing things like normal you know, an electrical circuit would do. So I thought that was neat. That is the origins of a repeater. Yeah. I saw that on the wiki while I was looking up that gate design, and I went, oh yeah, that's how the repeater was born. That is so cool. So let's go sleep because I have something else to show you. I have to work on this, obviously, but I got after I built this, I just needed a break from that building for a little bit, so I went and did something else. And I'm not gonna say it. Oh, my poor boots. My poor boots are just about broke, so I took them off. I'm not going to be working on anything high up. I needed a pick. It came down between either a pick or I could go get some more diamond boots, and I went for the pick because my pick was almost broke, and I didn't want to do the iron. I didn't want to do iron. Hey. Oh, he must have climbed all the way down. That's pretty rare that I get a spider that's look at this. I'm gonna have to... Oh, no. How did that get in there? Is this full? Oh, where is my rotten flesh? Uh-oh. Let's see. Let me just get up here so I can click on the dang chest. Oh, no, it's not. I wonder... I must have put it in there when I was loading everything in. Okay. Yeah. Definitely gonna have to do something with all that zombie flesh. Okay, so we've slept. We're good. Oh! Before we go out and I show you what I've done over there, you gotta promise not to look out that way. I did some trading with the villagers yesterday, and I finally finished this area off, and I added a ton more little villager trading cells. Oh man, look at that. I missed 2 spots. I didn't want the slimes to be spawning up here, so I put slabs down wherever I wasn't going to be adding or removing them. So I was running out of places to put guys, and I needed more. So I finished this area off. I got some more trading done, and look, I only have 15 emeralds because I got the redstone trade. I may have to just, now that I have a little bit more room, take one of the... I also got some more glass, which I want to use some on the slime temple. So anytime I get those, I see them and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get the redstone. And then I wind up with nothing. Nothing. I had like over 2 stacks of emeralds, but yeah. So I'm gonna have to do more trading. I'm gonna do more trading, guys. What do you think of that? And our pool is gonna get smaller and smaller as these grow. So it's yeah. So anyway, I wanted to show you that I'd done got the little tracks running around so I don't have to keep laying it down each time. So let's go have a look at what I've done out here with the slime farm. I had to completely rethink my whole design because as I was trying to get it laid out yesterday, I just saw the flaw suddenly. I was like, wow, I can't believe that I didn't see this before. We'll look at that in a second as soon as I explain this. Okay, so my idea was to have like the corner catchers on each tier. That way I could keep the waterways really simple and just on each side of it have the streams that push this way or this way. And that sounded cool in theory, but once I laid it out and saw, because I want multiple tiers so that I can have several platforms for the slimes to spawn on. Once I get this slime, corner slime catcher mabob thingy built, so it has to be 3 tall for the big slimes to get in. And then this would be like the floor of another. Well, I would have to have this in place in order to have my slime catcher. So I don't know if you can see the problem with this yet, but I finally did. So like this would have been the corner of the top, the second platform. And then the slimes would have just been able to go and get caught in this corner and not ever fall down. So because of that, any layer higher up would also just land on this and get stuck. So that is why I couldn't go with my original design, and that made me sad. So in order to, I have, I don't know if you watched it or not, but I had a vanilla Let's Play that was in 1.7, and I've taken it to 1.8, and I had a slime farm in that world, and it sort of broke in 1.8. I had like the cool little ability to have slimes on one level and then go up and have normal mobs on another level, and it would split the slimes up into the small ones, allow them to go up a tube and into a spot where they would just go and drop like three spaces, so I could just come over there. Actually, no, I think it was the smallest drop that they could without dying. And then the other mobs would swim up, so they would go down another tube where they would take damage, and I could just go over and hit them once and kill them. Well, that was all fine and good, but once the slimes, I updated to 1.8, and once the slimes could swim, they would clog up the whole thing. So I had to tear that whole thing down and build a new one. And even with, I don't know if you've seen the design, sort of, I guess, like the ethos design, where you'd have like your spawning pads for your slimes, and then you would have an area with some waterways like this. This is sort of a smaller, not to scale version for sure. You would have this, and you would do your water so where they would push and push them into one area where you could then, do whatever, kill them or send them on to another area. Well, mine was sort of like that because I started in one corner and then finished like in this corner, and they would actually hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, the whole system wound up getting clogged up because the slimes were spawning or just sitting here because they weren't drowning, they weren't doing anything, so all they would do was sit here and bounce and swim and fight the currents and clog everything up. So I decided to go with a little bit simpler design with just one current towards the middle. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make this as short as possible. So anyway, this just pushes them towards the middle from the corners. I got the idea from this waterway. I didn't do that in this corner because I don't want them going this way. I just want them here. So that's why there's only two little corner things there. And then I just saw how far. You can see the line here. This is where the water would end. That's the 8th block. So I knocked out that block and made it travel only 7, and then it falls down 1 and continues. And I want this middle channel 4 wide. So that's why it's 4 wide, and the second layer ends there. But this part back here goes the full 7. So yeah, they should all just hopefully get channeled here. I haven't built this in creative or anything, so I'm hoping this works. I might, this is where I'm going to be building the platform at. I just built this out here so I wouldn't have to measure it or anything. So I'm going to build the first layer and then we'll do some more testing. But first, before I do the layer, I want to get the killing mechanism in. So I'm going to pause the video and go make a bunch of signs so we can figure out the killing chamber for this. Okay, so I went and grabbed some signs and I'm trying to get this little killing chamber outlined. Actually, I don't need that there. We could go one lower here. Could actually probably skip that block too. Yep. Let's see. Let's just do this. Okay. Let's get up here, finish the roof. Oh man, come on. Seriously? And that hurt because I don't have my boots on. Let's see. No, we're definitely gonna need this here. Okay, this should give us a 4x4 killing area for the slimes. Nothing but the best. And all we should have to do is, I figured I'd use birch to signify that this is a different component of our build. So this is the foundation, that's where the layers begin, and this is the killing chamber. I'm probably not going to keep that design, and it won't be hard to tear this down or to stop up the water to change this out. But most of this, I think, is going to be hidden, and I can always add stuff on the outside. The hoppers here, I decided to get 2 outputs. That way it will move the items twice as fast. I'm sorry, you just didn't see how many slimes were over here when I was wandering around. They were, I know you've seen a few slimes in these. See, they, oh, I thought he was outside. I was like, what? There's a little bit over here, but not a lot. But this chunk, for some reason, seemed to produce a lot more than the others. That's why I really didn't see a need to use that one in conjunction with this one. I figured it wouldn't be adding enough to make a difference. Okay, so we need the water 3 deep. Well, I don't know that we need it 3 deep, but I want to make sure that these guys get taken care of and get what they deserve. So I guess we need a ring around here, and basically we need the water to stop here. We may need to sort of stagger this down. Like, this is going to be pushing them forward. So unless they're fighting it, trying to get out, they're going to be carried forward. So we may need to this may be too high. No, because this should be perfect. If we drop this down here, right? And then this one here, I'm not certain that we would want to see if the big slimes come in, if they're swimming, they're going to be here 1, 2, 3, and as soon as they get pushed, they'll hit this corner at least and get carried up into our Chamber of Doom. Yeah, and then the second one, though, will have to get carried until it hits probably this one. Oh, wow. Anyway, I'm going to do some more testing with this and put the water in and see, and build a platform and see how it goes. And then I'll get back with you in the next episode and see what progress we've made. Anyway, thank you for watching, and bye-bye.